To see why Anita Ekberg was the ultimate fantasy girl, you have to see it through to the very end. Every male in the 1980s had a crush on her, and you won't believe it. As she stepped onto the screen, picture her famous golden hair cascading over her shoulders, her elongated legs that seemed to go on forever, and her radiant smile. By the 1980s, Anita was a household name thanks to her iconic performance in La Dolce Vita, but she wasn't done attracting attention. Even in her 50s, she controlled every scene with a confidence and poise that made hearts skip a beat. In the early 1980s, Anita Ekberg was a vision at film festivals and magazine shoots. Photographers trailed her through the streets of Rome and Los Angeles, trying to capture that effortless elegance. She would arrive with high heels that accentuated her height and a simple black party dress that tightened her curves. Her makeup was traditional, with a bold red lip, perfectly arched brows and soft smoky eyes. However, it was her presence, every deliberate step, every intense look, that made men freeze mid-sentence and women turn green with jealousy. Off-screen, Anita led a similarly opulent existence. Her sun-kissed complexion was accentuated by the terracotta roof and white walls of her chic home with a view of the Mediterranean. Palm trees swayed outside her windows, and she would often host lavish parties outside. Guests would arrive dressed for the evening, sip champagne by the pool, and gather around Anita while she narrated stories about her Hollywood days. She had a soft, melodic laugh that made everyone around her feel a little happy. It was not just her home or appearance that made Anita alluring. Her humor and compassion drew others in. In interviews, she spoke softly, recalling her adventures with Cary Grant and David Niven. She would smile knowingly and throw back her hair when asked about her many fans. "I was fortunate," she would respond, "but I always made my own decisions." Her independence only added to her allure. Men loved her beauty, but they also admired her spirit. Anita embarked on new parts that demonstrated her versatility as the decade went on. She showed that she could be both beautiful and grounded by making cameos on popular TV shows and in cheerful comedies. During a notable visit on a late-night talk show, she once danced with the host while wearing a sequined mini-dress. The audience screamed as cameras focused on her legs as she moved with surprising quickness. Everyone was reminded that age was nothing more than a number when you possessed Anita's charisma. To remain at her best, Anita kept up a balanced regimen behind the scenes. She began her mornings with a swim in her infinity pool and a gentle stretch. Breakfast was always fresh fruit and Greek yogurt, then green tea. She believed that she should treat her body with kindness, so she chose simple, wholesome meals over fad diets. Her beauty is in her laughter and sunshine. In the afternoons, she would talk to friends, read a book beneath an olive tree, or take long walks in her garden. Her skin was radiant, and her eyes were full of life. Anita was the ideal hostess by nightfall. Wearing an emerald green or deep blue silk gown, she would light thousands of candles surrounding her terrace. The scent of jasmine permeated the air as she and her companion ate fresh spaghetti and shrimp that morning in the company of close friends. She raised her glass to toast good company in a warm and sincere voice. At those moments, each guest felt special, as if they were the only one there. Designers of fashion also took note. Versace and Halston created designs especially for her, draping her in luxurious materials that flowed like water. She was seen wearing wrap dresses and off-the-shoulder tops, the fabric of which was catching the wind just right. Each photo became a fashion moment that women who wanted to share in Anita's magic copied. She was both a celebrity and a trendsetter, proving that true elegance is always in vogue. By the late 1980s, Anita's legend was secure. She was featured on magazine covers, hosted charity galas, and was honored with Lifetime Achievement Awards. But she never faltered in her humility. In speeches, she thanked her supporters and credited her hard work and love of life for her success. She reminded everyone that beauty fades, but happiness and goodwill endure forever. Anita Ekberg's self-confidence, sense of humor, carefree attitude, and kind heart are all reasons why every boy in the 1980s had a crush on her. Just look at her life to understand why. She showed us that true glitter comes from within, and that becoming older just makes you more attractive. If Anita's story has captivated you and you want to learn more about iconic Hollywood personalities that never stop shining, be sure to subscribe immediately. All you have to do is click to start your next historical adventure filled with celebrities.